If you're a student of human history, then you're familiar with Genghis Khan, a man now considered one of the greatest conquerors ever. Everything Genghis Khan conquered could be seen, touched, and counted. Humans are naturally visually biased. They are wired to trust what they can measure and dismiss what they cannot. This is why some might think Jesus has no advantage over Genghis Khan. But just because Genghis Khan's conquests were visible and measurable does not mean they were impactful in a good way. It is one thing to say his conquests were unmatched, but were they good? In life, it is not just a matter of making an impact, it is a matter of making the right impact, one that changes the world for the better. Look to history, and you will see the bloodshed, destruction, and devastation caused by Genghis Khan's conquests, and I could go on and on and on. So, while Genghis Khan was a formidable conqueror, his net impact was nil, zero, zilch. Again, as formidable as he was, Genghis Khan could not conquer his greatest enemy, death. He has been dead for 799 years. Let us revisit Jesus. Show me a single drop of blood he shed other than his own. Show me any trauma he caused or environmental devastation he brought. We can then confidently say Jesus' net impact is 100%, maximal. However, some may interpret his impact as weak because his influence is less tangible and harder to attribute. Fair enough. But no one can answer this question. If Jesus is not the solution to all this wickedness, then who is? Genghis Khan? When we say Jesus is king, it doesn't click for most people. It goes beyond the fact that he conquered death. Jesus is king because he's the only man who said he can change the wicked heart of man, which is responsible for all the terrible decisions we see today. Jesus' power is the kind that Genghis Khan and others like him could only dream of having. His impact is the most powerful impact there is. You see, any man can operate on a military level, but Jesus is the only man who operates above the military level, conquering without weapons. People like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. sensed that Jesus was operating at a transcendent level, and this is why they were inspired. Simply put, Genghis Khan has nothing on Jesus. My question today does not come from political history, but from the perspective of discipleship through Jesus. Nations around the world have stockpiled enormous weapons, and some even speak about them with pride. But how will these weapons ever change the world indefinitely for the better? If I get a satisfactory answer to that question, then I will believe wholeheartedly that Jesus has no advantage over Genghis Khan.